stepdad's a joiner, my dad's a mechanic, like my granddad was always involved with that as well, so it's always something I've wanted to do since I was a really young age, so to have this opportunity is fantastic really. Well, when I first came into the job I didn't have a clue what it entailed, but now I really enjoy it now because it's really like what I wanted to do compared to the other trades. It's what I would definitely want to do. Well, I'll assist my colleagues in whatever they see fit, whether it be replacing sockets, putting new ones in, putting in new conduit, control panels and cable runs as well. I'll always be there to help them. The best part of the job is learning new skills all the time. Whether being an electrician, you're always learning new things because you go to a job and not one job is the same as what it should be compared to the last one, so you're always learning. The things I don't like about the job would be like waking up in the morning. That's a really hard one for me. Sometimes you've got to arrive on site for sometimes 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, but the good side to that is that you get to finish early, so that's really good. We would start normally at around 8 o'clock, be on site, and then you would have to leave by 4:30. On the evenings you'd be required to do overtime if the manager sees fit, so you'd be there till whatever time you can to get the job complete. Weekend work's only required if it really needs be.
I became an air conditioning engineer, fortunately to be honest with you, in an apprenticeship. I started out as a skilled construction labourer. One day my granddad turned around to me and said, "Can you see yourself digging holes at 50 years old?" I replied no. The kind of work I cover is installation, routine maintenance, call-outs, but I also work in the office. I project manage jobs and I estimate them as well.
For my training I go at St Helens College where I'm there 1 day a week, which is a Monday, and I'm learning a City and Guilds qualification in electrical technical.
The advice I'd give to a young person to get an apprenticeship is, well, you have to work hard at school. One of the most important things is to be able to do maths and English. Being an apprentice is not all about being good with your hands. It's also being able to read the instructions, do the maths and also do a bit of sciences. Because being an apprentice electrician, plumber, there's a lot of technical work involved in that. And people don't appreciate it's not about working with your hands, you have to use your head as well.
Yes, I was surprised. When I got to college there's a lot more theory work than what I thought there would be. It's a lot compared to school. I thought I would be leaving that behind, but in college you've still got to do lots of it.
School is important. Obviously without your GCSEs you wouldn't be able to gain an apprenticeship. You have to have them qualifications in order to get your foot in the door. It's not just about qualifications. There's lots of different skills that are involved within this role. For example, teamwork, time management, a willingness to learn, passion for the job. All those are important.
Oh, the people I work with are great. They're all a good bunch of lads. You have some really good laughs on the job if you're working with a lot of them, or even when I'm working with like just the two of us on the job. We all have good laughs to get the jobs done.
The crossover from school to the work environment is really difficult. For a start, you have to interact with adults, your colleagues. It's a totally different environment from the school environment.
It's hard for young people to understand what working life is like. It's not all just 9 till 5. Within the air conditioning sector, I work many hours. I can work nights, I can work away, work in all weathers. And when you need to do it, you need to do it. It's a great job, but it really can be hard work at times.
I'd say the transitional period's a step that you've got to take yourself really, because it's your life, it's your journey through. So you're going from school to work. You can get help from family as well, but it's something you've got to learn yourself because everyone's got to do it at some point.
It's one of the things I always look for in an apprentice and an interview is when they don't ask about salaries. They're more concerned about learning a trade and having a career for life. Another thing, the apprentices need to turn up and look smart, be punctual and respectful, and ask questions about the employer and also do research on the company.
At the moment the money is not brilliant now, but thinking to the future, electrician, which will be me, will be on a lot more money than like a lot of my friends will be on now. I can even, if I wanted to, I could set up my own business, do loads of private work for myself, which leads to like there's loads of different paths you can go down with electrical work.
I started out as a mature apprentice at 23 years old. I took a massive drop in wages from £500 a week to £92 a week just to gain life skills and qualifications to better myself.
When I started my apprenticeship at a company called Way Ahead Heating back in the late 80s, I was always a frustrated boss. I always thought I knew better. And one of the things I did do is when I came out with time, I got released from the company, and then I decided to thought I could do things better, so I set up my own company, and that was over coming up to 20 years next year.
If they're thinking about it, tell them definitely to go for it, because it's a really fantastic opportunity. I know apprenticeships at the moment are few and far between, but it's a really fantastic opportunity to learn skills on the job, plus you'll be getting paid, and you've got a qualification for life being an electrician.
What I'm looking for in an apprentice is somebody who's passionate, hard-working and loyal, and wants to learn and improve himself. It's all about, this is an investment for the company and making the company sustainable. We're only as good as the people on the ground, and part of that for us as a company policy is to train our own, and that's why apprentices are so important to us.